Hello once again, Brian Smoller with you, now with new K-State women's tennis coach Jordan Smith. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I know, been the assistant last couple of years, 3 years now, and now I get the head coaching position. It's got to be a great feeling for you.
Yeah, it's great. I'm really excited about this and keep it going and with the momentum we have going on. So it's really great to keep being on the program.
And the last year, second round of the NCAA tournament, the first postseason berth since the early aughts, if you will, since 2003, second highest, matched the second highest win total in program history with 15 wins. There were a lot of benchmarks that were set this past season. So in some respects, it makes sense to have kind of the continuity of it continuing on. But when you got word Coach Steinberg was leaving, did it immediately leap to mind like, hey, I want this job. I want to be the head coach?
Yeah, of course. We've done so many good things this year and, building relationships with these girls, and definitely wanted to continue being part of that and kind of go into her role and just say, hey, I'm ready to continue what we've done, when I heard she was leaving.
Recruiting was such a big part of what you guys did. Nation's 14th ranked recruiting class, and a lot of them were playing right away,
Yeah.
right? Did you, coming in, hit the ground running, I know in the last 3 years that you've been here, did you guys point to this season as one that you would have a chance to be this good?
Yeah, we knew coming in that in a few years we'll have our own kind of full roster of recruits, and so that was really exciting. So we're just kind of building and kind of working the players we had in the past and getting them to the point where we could have a successful season this year.
Would you say your strength then as a coach was in recruiting and going out and building those relationships over those 3 years, or has it been, do you like the technical aspect of working on fundamentals?
Yeah, I think you have to have a little bit of everything. I think just kind of building the fundamentals and kind of getting them to be the hardest workers and trying to excel that way. And then obviously when you bring in some more talented individuals and keeping them happy and, showing them what's the best about K-State, and so that they don't want to be anywhere else. That was kind of very key with all these girls we had coming in.
All right, you're a pretty young guy, not far removed from playing yourself. What have you liked so much about K-State in the time that you've been here? And as a guy that's recently removed from playing, I'm sure, in your college days at Memphis, what have you liked about the experience at K-State to this point?
It's just a sport. You go around and you see different universities, being part of different athletic programs. Not too many for me, but just the differences, just the support, the chemistry that you have, and that family atmosphere. You can't get that anywhere else, and so that's what's been so big and just exciting for me to be here and be a part of it.
Now, you played at Memphis, so tell us a little bit about your background. Where did you grow up, that sort of thing? How'd you get into tennis?
Yeah, born and raised in Memphis. It's kind of funny. I got into tennis because I did a summer camp, and my dad was a karate teacher. My mom wanted me to instrument. I hated both, and so with tennis, it was kind of like, all right, this is my out. I can pursue something that I enjoy, and haven't looked back, and been doing it, for a long time now. And I grew up playing there. Moved to California to pursue my tennis kind of full time in high school, and then I was able to come back and compete at the University of Memphis.
What are your influences then as a coach? Who influenced you, and what would you describe as your style, I guess?
It's hard to narrow down. I've had so many influences through my my experience. A lot of people have kind of shown me things that work for them. I kind of take a little bit from every one of them. It's leading by example. Doing the right things, and just kind of you put the effort in and you show that to the student athletes, and hopefully they can do the same. So
I gathered from that hard work is a key tenet of what you would want for your program. But what would be the other core philosophies? If Coach Snyder's got his 16 goals.
Yeah.
Other coaches have some other building blocks of what they want their program to be like. What would be some of yours?
Yeah, we're definitely gonna kind of preach a growth mindset mentality. Definitely. In the days where you're not feeling your best and still trying to get the most out of it. Accepting that it's going to be a challenge, but you have a goal that you're trying to strive for, and always progressing for it. And we always know it's going to be a process. Nothing's going to be done in one day.
That's a good idea. Goal, and probably good advice for all of us, and whenever life calls. All right, so recruiting obviously is the big thing. It's the next thing up. I'm sure that as soon as we get done here, you'll be out hitting the road and recruiting. So much of tennis, you see a lot of international flavor. So how much, for those that are the laymen that don't understand it all, how much of recruiting is overseas work and stateside work, I suppose?
It just kind of depends on the program. Ideally we're trying to find the best fit, and so right now that's been the best fit for us, but we're definitely not against or opposed kind of opening up. We're trying to get anything that works that's going to be great for K-State tennis, whether that's international, American. Right now, it has been a lot of internationals, but I think it's an exciting time to be at K-State tennis program, so that should open the door to maybe entice some more Americans to come here and be able to play. So, but ideally, we're just trying to find the best fit overall.
So next up then, the first step, so to speak. What will be the first step as a head coach? Because you have recruiting, right? And you also got to build a staff, and it seems like there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's a fire hydrant that's been lopped off, and you're trying to take it all in and get a drink. But what's the first step now as a head coach?
I mean, yeah, obviously reaching out to the players. We have an incoming freshman. That's going to be just kind of letting them know kind of the plan we're going to have going forward. So they're really excited about coming back in August. Obviously hiring an assistant, getting someone to help me out and kind of keep building this program and keep the momentum going. That's going to be very key to success for us this upcoming season. And yeah, obviously getting out there and trying to find someone that can another spot on the team that can kind of help us, go forward.
Looking forward to having you. I know everybody around here was pretty excited when they heard the news that you were going to be staying on and being the head coach, and thought it was a perfect fit. Glad to have you. Welcome aboard and congrats.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Jordan Smith, again, the new head coach for K-State Tennis. Looking forward to a fun season here coming up, building off of what was a remarkable 17-18 campaign. For more on K-State Tennis and Jordan's background and coaching staff announcements that'll be coming, be sure to go to kstatesports.com, or you can follow them on Twitter at K-State10, at K-State-TEN, if you wish to follow them on Twitter for more updates. For Coach Smith, I'm Brian Smoller. Thank you for watching.